not to do. Bright lights, game on the line, do what I gotta do. Time after time, we do the impossible. You ain't made it till you got stylers go out and shop for you. You ain't made it till they put on top of you. Parading through the city, the whole block come out for you. We just getting started, y'all finna see what we bout to do. Boy, stop, you ain't here, I'm the real truth. Hunters, real blues, strips on them still new. Shopping at Dover Street, I'm dripping like mildew. They say you don't visit the hood, dog, I still do. A real one, only difference, my bill's bigger. I'm still with ya, I just got rich a little quicker. The same man, God handed me his game plan. I ain't perfect, far from it, what can I say, man? I feel unstoppable, losing's impossible. Go against the team, the thing they know not to do. Bright lights, game on the line, do what I gotta do. Time after time, we do the impossible. It felt like yesterday, I was just driving my grandma's Chevrolet. From South Carolina to Maryland, I take the jet today. I'm still on the come up, I'm still building my resume. I still got a lot to prove, but still I'm heavyweight. I still gotta watch my moves. They tried to defamate my character, but I won't let them. It's always checkmate. I'm still screaming, the world hope she. Mother Nature's my first shorty, watch how I go ballistic, and I'm so terrific. Accounts is copacetic. I don't need no permission, but I'm so indebted to this game that I love, and most of all to the man above. Now check me out, now it's just that Fridays was serving the greens. Before I was popping, I was nursing my dreams. Now I ain't never been a gangster, but I know a few things. I just rather get the bag and start collecting the rings. I done spoke too much, close curtain and scene. I am not a human being, I'm a full machine. I ain't holier than thou, I don't judge, I sing. Just staying down for the come up till I reign supreme. Let's get it. Yeah, hit boy, we got another one. Ha. Man, y'all boys ain't ready for this, man. I'm still grinding, I'm still hungry, hungrier than ever. I feel unstoppable, losing's impossible. Go against the team, the thing they know not to do. Bright lights, game on the line, do what I gotta do. Time after time, we do the impossible.
God for me, who could be against me? I guess all of that's against me. They the ones stirring up the conflict. They try to make it out like I'm conflicted. East Coast and 6'4's hitting switch. It's not a conflict of interest.
Cut it with the business. West Coast rocking them Timberlands, deep up in them trenches. It's no difference. Neither one play games when swinging for them fences. We want the finer things that's expensive. That hit them either close range or at a distance. If God for me, why bother? I got my game from the Godfather. Top of the food chain, rock bottom. And handle my business when it was my problem. G. Flossing with a gold chain. I got my Turkish rope with matching gold things. Bomber jacket in the winter, it's a cold.
Night beginning to fall over Southern California, but the lights are shining bright here at the spectacular SoFi Stadium in metropolitan Los Angeles. Tonight we finish off Week 6 with a good Monday nighter between the Denver Broncos and the Los Angeles Chargers. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. Here comes Darius Phillips out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
Second-year man from UNC, Javonte Williams. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4, second down.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run. With the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as
is Wilson. Man open. He's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. A couple of veterans. Wilson to Sutton there for the Bronco first. So opening drive, third down. They complete the slant to move the sticks.
And ordinarily, it's a high percentage pass when you throw it. And receivers like to run that route because it gets the ball in their hands pretty quickly. Just a couple of quick steps upfield, break towards the middle, the ball should be there, and then they can go do some work afterwards.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Gun, it's Wilson. Quick throw, knocked away, and incomplete. The secondary, Charles, much maligned during the week. They didn't have their best game in the loss last week, but a nice play there.
Yeah, and I just know what they went through last week. I mean, ever since that time, their pride was hurt. They kept getting reminded of it in the local media, had to watch it on tape, and, you know, the coaches just got after them. They came in ready to play.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. That's sacked by Khalil Mack. 4th down, Corliss Waitman now on to punt. Back deep is DJ Chark. Let's take it at around the 40. Touchdown, Allen! He returns the punt 60 yards. Dustin Hopkins on now to add the extra point. He hasn't missed an extra point all season, and he won't miss this one either, and it's 7-0. So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff. Phillips now for the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And not much doing there. Maybe a yard up to the 23. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Meanwhile, this one knocked down in the backfield. It's incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things, get back to what works.
That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And the Chargers will be set up pretty well as they take over in great field position. On 1st and 10, Herbert. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's the first carry for Austin Eckler. Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. It's picked up by the Broncos. And they take possession of the football. At the 36-yard line. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. from the 34 now. Here's 1st and 10. Allen, the man in motion right. On 1st down, it's Herbert. This is swung out to Eckler. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards. And they'll send Williams in motion right. On 2nd down, Eckler. And some room to work. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Well, that is a running back who is not about to go down easily. He fought his way through the contact until the seas opened up for him. Extra point good by Hopkins. And it's now 14-0. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. Phillips now from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. A good start to the drive. Here's that's caught out on the left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. They got 29 yards that time.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed 1st down there. They've needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Working with a 2nd and 3. Now it's Wilson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Again, Wilson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked by Kenneth Murray. And the Chargers are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football. Because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals.
Taking it right down Broadway. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. So 20-0 now, pending the extra point, and this place is jumping.
Yeah, you can feel it, can't you? You can also see it. You're seeing people in the stands now, excited, happy, high-fiving each other, and expecting this score to continue to mount.
Hopkins with the extra point, and that makes the score. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Phillips now from the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the play did on the last one.
They go play action now. Wilson. And he will find his man Sutton. That's complete. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards. On first down, Wilson. That's caught left side by Judy. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
They made a nice effort to stick it with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
On third down, Wilson. On the sideline, did he keep his feet in bounds? They say yes. Great job, both feet in, first down. A sizable 16-yard chunk there. The drive continues. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Wilson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And the Chargers are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line.
But those have been a problem for him all season, but never quite as much as they have in these last few minutes. Let's count it up now. A pair of picks on his team's last 2 drives and double-digit interceptions this season. I don't care if you're the best in the game or an undrafted rookie. You've got to take better care of the football or you're going to cost your team chances.
That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there forcing a loss on that play.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Herbert. They're trying to find Chark, but it's intercepted. And the Broncos are going to take possession of the football. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. The head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
On 2nd and goal, Wilson. Yeah, this is caught by Sutton. Touchdown, Broncos. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Broncos get a bit closer. McManus's point after is good. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7.
Broncos 7. Brandon McManus to kick off for Denver.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Charger drive about to get going. And they are trying to create some separation within the division. And look, CD, I know that this is still the first half of the season, but this is a big matchup no matter where it falls because these are the top 2 teams right now in that division.
And if you can build a bit of a cushion as you head towards the second part of the season, That allows you to survive the expected injuries, potential upset losses, all of those things, and still be in good shape.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Herbert. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. And connecting here with DJ Chark. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Chargers first down. 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Williams, the man in motion left. Herbert setting up to throw on 1st down. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
No sense risking anything there on 1st down. Even though he's still in the pocket, he had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who could make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
2nd and 10. Here's Herbert once more. And that is incomplete.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket, only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
Here's Herbert. Flush to his right. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now it's Herbert. Open man right side is Chark. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3. At the Broncos' 27-yard line.
Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down. Here's Herbert. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
I feel like my man, Old Mo, momentum might be changing jerseys right now. How about what they just got done? They scored a touchdown their last drive. Now here's a 3 and out. Maybe momentum's getting ready to creep to the other sideline.
Hopkins' kick is good. And they will open things up a bit more. It's 24-7. So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. Phillips now from the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. He's got his 6'5" receiver. That's Tim Patrick. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Wilson. He finds Sutton crossing the formation complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they're having panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They were starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback there for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another 1st down.
And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. Final play of the half. It's Wilson. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the 3rd quarter. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. But Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they've got the lead. Now a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first drive in the 3rd quarter. Yeah, and believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this great game of football has shifted towards pass first, run second. So for me, it's really nice to see some of these teams keeping the ground game as a big component of their offense. It is working pretty well for them now. And let's face it, they can continue to do damage with it. And in addition, it sets up the pass game really well for them, too. Eckler going to get it again on 2nd down. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. From the gun, Herbert on 3rd down. They'll find Everett there, complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Well, Charles, sometimes we talk about the lengths officials sometimes go to protect star quarterbacks, but that was tough to argue against. Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone's going to say, hey, we're going to administer the penalty the same way for all quarterbacks. But when it's a star back there, even more so, they're going to be diligent about throwing the flag. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. He's got his man. That's Everett, the tight end. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A gain there of 21 yards.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down.
Barton, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
Herbert back to the air. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
The defender certainly didn't forget about him leaking out of the backfield. There's a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage, and that throw had no shot.
Here comes the seventh play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. And the slot man goes in motion left. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Gain of 9 that time on the scramble, 1 yard shy of the marker, and it brings up 4th.
That looked great when he first took off because in my mind, there was room to run and he had the marker in his sight. But I certainly didn't expect him to close so quickly, and neither did he. They got to him just in time, and now that forced him to make a decision with his 4th down call.
Touchdown! Keenan Allen, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Chargers take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point good by Hopkins. And the lead is now 24. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. Phillips now from the end zone.
Darius Phillips on the return. The Broncos take over 1st and 10. At their own
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
1st down, Broncos.
To throw is Wilson. Open man, and again it's Sutton. And they're going to get this up to midfield. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches.
At the 50-yard line.
From midfield now, here's Wilson. And he will find his man Sutton. That's complete. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers' 38-yard line. With that catch, he goes over 100 yards receiving on the night. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Again, Wilson. He'll get that complete to Albert O. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
I think it's okay there they didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
On 2nd down, Williams. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Wilson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Fourth down, here's Wilson. That's complete, it's Okuwebunam. But he will be stopped behind the line as he will not come close to the marker. The Broncos unable to convert here on fourth. And the Charger defense stands tall and they get the football back. The Charger drive about to get going. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Herbert. Nowhere to go for Herbert, and he's going to go down. Randy Gregory in there to bury him for a loss of 11. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The offense on third down tonight, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 17. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Sharks got it, left side. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway. And you get the sense, as I'm sure they got the sense, they might have picked up a good one here, maybe a little diamond in the rough via trade. Maybe just need a change in scenery, a new city, maybe different motivation, but they believe they've got a good one. On 1st and 10, Herbert working the middle here. That's complete to Everett, the tight end. A big play there for LA. 46 yards. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays. Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them. And now it's been a real issue for him during this game. Back to throw here, Herbert. Buying time to his left. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Justin Herbert, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Chargers look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here this 4th quarter. Hopkins with the extra point. This one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. Phillips now from the end zone. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big 4th quarter hole. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this 2nd half.
No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. On the slant, completes to Sutton. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. Wilson will throw again. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
They tried the throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he gets this one across midfield for the first down to the 46.
They had yet to run the ball at all on this drive, but 3rd and short definitely was a great time to dial one up.
Play action. Now Wilson. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Credit the sack to Joey Bosa.
Talk about two sides of the ball at cross purposes, because mercifully this game's almost over for the offense, but the defense, they still want to get a few shots in. That front seven, they've loved this ball game. They've been able to pad their stats, and maybe some backups can get in and get a sack as well.
Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Now Wilson. Finding his big receiver Patrick over the middle. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers 21. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a first down.
But we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline, because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants his lead to stay right where it is.
This duo locked in, 14 yards there, and a first down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Wilson. Into the hands of Patrick left side. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown. But they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
Extra point from McManus is good. And the lead is down to 24.
Chargers 38, Broncos 14. Brendan McManus to kick off for Denver.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here.
DJ Chark on the return. The Chargers take over first and 10.
The Charger drive about to get going. They've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the 4th quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted, so they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. And they are going to score again. Yet another mentioned this week, Charles, they had a couple kinks on offense that they wanted to fix. I would say they're pretty well fixed.
There's no doubt about that. I mean, just about everything they've run has been successful in this one. And if I'm the defensive coordinator, I'm done with this, right? I have no answers for anything. In fact, I'll probably send a note to the clock operator. Let it run.
Phillips now from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. To the sideline, and he's got it. They say the feet are down. Yes, the line judge says they're in. That'll be a 1st down. Now, no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th from the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Wilson. And incomplete on the deep ball.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. To throw again is Wilson. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I think this one offensively, this is one where you just say, let's move on. Let's not even watch the game tapes from this one.
Yeah, you might just want to throw it in the trash, act like it was never there in the first place.
Yeah, just say we're good. I actually have heard of a coach in the past who took his team out to the practice field and ceremonially buried the game films from the prior game when they got clobbered. That was his way of putting it behind them.
On 3rd down, Wilson. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Wilson. And that is incomplete. Well, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
To throw again on 2nd down. Wilson got a man open. It's Sutton. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 40. Throwing again here, Wilson. And this will be broken up and incomplete. Now a penalty flag down, and they may be going backward here. Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpires get different responsibilities, but always, always making sure no one's holding.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. To throw is Wilson. And this one is incomplete. I guess at this point, Charles, heck, why not take some shots?
I would agree with that totally, because a big play can't hurt at all. Heck, you might get a pass interference call out of it. Somehow the ball might get tipped up and you come down with it. Might not do too much for the result of the game, but it could add to your stats.
On that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From midfield now, here's Wilson. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketing the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And this defense will take over right at midfield. Herbert to a knee, and that should just about write it into this one. Both defenses had had some moments in this one, but I think you would agree these coaching staffs are also going to have some stuff to clean up on film.
Absolutely, partner. Let's face it, any game we get to watch from up here, it's going to be a blast. Do we want to get a real job? Absolutely not. Let's keep watching the NFL all season long.
So for the Chargers, their good start continues as they get their record up to 4-2.